Okay, so very often I would start with a visual search. So I would put a transceiver on send mode on the snow. Then I'll put this one in search. And then we go follow the arrow. And this is very good to visualize actually, because look at these arrows here. They would point me in a direction, and now suddenly he goes in towards, look at my transceiver here, it says that I'm getting close. So if I pass this point, you can hear the sound, then I lose it, so I know I passed it. I turn back, and here we go. Okay, so that's actually quite good to have people to understand why the transceivers won't bring you straight to the victim. They would bring you in. So if you do a number of these visual exercises where you actually see the victim or the transceiver you're looking for, it will help you to understand when you actually look for a dig down transceiver that it's important to follow the arrows. Okay, so now we do the first exercise where I actually hid a transceiver. So the first thing is to put your transceiver on search, and I'll move downhill. And at this stage, I will go very fast. All right, so here we have a signal, actually. And so far, I've held my transceiver quite high, because and I'm always looking at the screen and running until I get down to about this 10, number 10, number 9. Then I slow down the pace and I put my transceiver closer to the ground, and you can see here immediately it drops down. Okay, so here I'm down at 24, 20, 19, 18, 11, 09, 1 meter, 14, 18, 17. I put the mark where I had my lowest signal. 09, 06, 06, 06, 1, 06. So here I have a circle of 06. I put the square in the snow and I can flag this signal. So I made my square where we're down to my lowest signal. I bring out my probe and I will now know that if the signal was at 06, I will give myself a bit of margin, 110, and here I will be on my hands and knees. I start in the center and then I will go in a spiral outwards like this. And actually I hit it on the first hit. I like to do this with my hand is if I stand up and I use the whole probe when the transceiver has indicated 06, when I'm probing on the side, it's easy to do this, you see, and use too much time, and you actually, the probe in certain snow conditions can be very fragile, and it can run off like this. So that's what I meant. I put my hand on 110, I start in the center, and this gives me about a half a meter margin, and I don't need to go for a 2-meter probe if my transceiver tells me 06. Right, so on my first hit, actually, I hit the victim and I will leave the probe in. Right, I grab, if I'm on my own, I grab my shovel, put it back, put it together, take out the handle, and I start below the probe in the fall line, and I want to dig from the side in towards the probe, because if I start to dig right here where I hit, it's going to be difficult to dig, and it's going to be a hole straight to the victim. So I will start here just below the probe for an 06 depth. If it's deeper, you would have to start lower down in the slope, right? Okay, so here I'm getting closer, so I'm making a ditch into the victim. So here we are. You see, I dig a trench in towards the victim.